Avery, here's a look at you versus the race winner. Or you're on the left, obviously. Just for some comparison purposes of some things we've been talking about. That number one, you tend to get pretty bent over at the waist, and we really have to be stronger in the core, engage the core. And quite possibly you got to do more core exercises. But you can see her over there, you know, her upper body, her chest is much higher up, not as bent over, allows her to really get the feet out from underneath her more and pressure the outside ski. It's tough when you're that bent over to really find the outside ski. And she's just a little bit taller throughout the transition too. You did a pretty good job there. That was better. However, that high clear, I think we talked about a lower clear, I believe, or it could have been the other Avery, can't remember. But we do want to have a little lower clear. This is kind of too high, and start kind of leaning in a hair there. Another thing I want to talk about is the pole plant. She comes through, blocks, and immediately plants. You came through, blocked, and as you kind of tapped it behind you, hers, you can see, is really in front of her outside boot. Right? And she really, you know, she uses retraction, so she doesn't stand up tall, but her upper body is more erect. It allows her to really get the feet from one side of her to the other quickly. It's pretty hard when you're that bent over. Comes through here, block, quick pole plant. Came through, blocked. You got a pole plant there. That's a good job. All right. But again, really bent over. It's really hard to be quick in the transition. We got to be fast transitions. Get the skis from one side of us to the other. You know, we think about, you want the skis to cross under you, like here, and then you cross over them and move down the hill. Kind of lost her here, but she's not going to be as bent over. And obviously, kind of leaning in a little bit. So the lower clear could help. The lower, you know, clear maybe a little lower and get that outside hand down lower. Maybe that'll give you the better angles. You can see yourself sort of leaning in there. Lost the outside ski a bit. Lost her, but just, she's not going to be that bent over. And see in here, she did bend over a little bit. Yes, I get it, but not as much as you. So we got to try to stand a little taller, upper body, especially through that transition. I think that, you know, the end of the turns, you kind of collapse, but engage that core throughout the turns. Right? There, you're pretty. That's going to be hard to really get the feet out from underneath us from one side to the other for a real quick transition and get ready for that next turn.